Hi everybody, for today's project I am going to use this Memorydex spinner and I am going to make an altered card for the Memorydex spinner, and this is by Heidi Swapp, and there are the cards you can add to the spinner, and they're just blank cards and then you can decorate them the way you want. This is just a fun way to make a small project because I don't like spending a lot of time on larger altered projects, so I thought this would be a great alternative. And then you put the cards in there, on the tracks, and then you can spin it to whatever card you want to get to. They used to use these for addresses and things, and early in the dinosaur age. And there's the Heidi Swapp dies to make the Memorydex cards. And so that's what I'm going to do today, is I'm going to alter some Memorydex cards. And I took some Neenah Classic Crest Solar White cardstock, and I used one of those dies, and I cut it out and see it fits in that track, and then you can spin it. And I've put that Memorydex card in a little box that I've made, and that's some Ken Oliver Color Burst paint. And I picked the color Peony, and I'm just taking off the cover there. And then I'm just going to tap some of that onto the card. And here's my water spritzer, and it's just plain old water, and I'm going to spray that over the card. And that's why I have this box, is because this can get kind of messy. So I just spray it, and I'm going to let that color burst move where it wants to, and then I am going to let it dry. And once it's all dried, I am going to take this Holtz stencil, and it's called Burlap. And then I have some Distress Oxide ink, and it's called Broken China. That's my favorite blue out of the Distress inks. I'm going to lay that stencil right over the top, and then I will take a smoothie sponge. It's like an egg-shaped sponge, and I will use that to apply the Distress Oxide ink. And I like to use a dabbing circular motion to get that ink in the stencil where I want it. Yeah, see, it's like a dabbing twist motion. And I'll let that dry for a little bit before I go on to the next step. Look how pretty that is. Nice bright colors. And while that ink's drying, I have my Wonder Woman stamp, and it's a rubber stamp on a wood block, but I don't like my stamps on wood blocks, so I peeled it off, and I'll actually just throw that block away. I find this easier for me for storage, then I don't have all these random wood block stamps. And I'm going to get out my stamping tool, and then I will stamp out that Wonder Woman emblem. And to make that rubber stamp that I peeled off the wood block stick to my stamping tool door, I just use some craft glue. It's just a glue stick, and I put it on the rubber stamp, and then I'm going to close the door, and it will stick to the stamping tool door. And I'll be using Memento Tuxedo black ink because I will be using alcohol markers to color this. To color this, I'll be using some Spectrum Noir markers, and then I will also be using some Copic markers. So I'm going to start with my lightest, and then I will add some shading with some darker colors. And there is Wonder Woman's logo. Wonder Woman has always been my favorite. I'm so glad she's back. And now that the card is completely dry, I'm going to decorate it, and I'm using some gold glitter washi tape, and I'm just going to put a strip down at the bottom. And I'll be using this Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous stamp set called Crazy Thoughts, and I'll be using the pop word, and I'll put it in the corner there and stamp it with the Memento Tuxedo black ink. And I have my Wonder Woman shield, and I'm trying to decide where I want it, and I figure in that upper left hand corner would be good. And I'm going to use some washi tape strips just to add a little bit more detail. And I'm going to cut 2 strips, and I will fishtail those strips, and then I will place them where I want them. Once I get the washi tape strips where I want them, I'm taking the Wonder Woman shield and I'm putting some art glitter glue on the back, and I will glue that right onto those washi tape strips. And I decide it needs just a little bit more because it's a little bit plain yet. I don't want to go overboard, but I don't want it to be too plain. And I don't want to add too much dimension because these are going to go in the, Memorydex roller. So I don't want it to be too heavy or too puffy. I had some glittery enamel dots in my stash, so I will be using 3 of those to add onto the index card, and I'll be putting those right below that pop word onto the gold glitter washi tape. And my altered Memorydex spinner card is finished. I'll just pop it into the Memorydex spinner, and then you can spin it around, and it's even better when there's more cards added to the Memorydex spinner. But as always, I will have links down below to the products I use. To subscribe to my channel, be sure to click my icon at the end of this video, and there will also be links down below. This video was sponsored by Tupelodesignsllc, where U.S. shipping is always free with no minimum purchase, and international shipping is discounted. They are also home of the daily deals, so be sure to check out that section on their website. They also have a great Facebook group that has challenges, and it's just a fun group to belong to. So thanks for watching. Bye.